US Secretary of State Marco Rubio has reportedly refused to meet with the European Union's foreign policy chief, Kaja Kallas, signaling a significant diplomatic snub that reflects ongoing tensions between Washington and Brussels. Sources told Politico that Kallas has been sidelined due to her historically rocky relationship with the Trump administration, highlighting the challenges she faces in navigating US-EU diplomacy in her new role. According to insiders, Rubio has declined to hold any bilateral meetings with the EU's top diplomat, leaving Kallas' attempts at direct dialogue with US officials largely unfulfilled. Back in February, a planned meeting between Rubio and Kallas was reportedly cancelled at the last minute during her visit to Washington, further underscoring the difficulties she has faced in establishing influence at the highest levels of US foreign policy. Kallas has also reportedly faced criticism and strained ties within the EU itself over her positions on sensitive issues such as Russia's aggression and the conflict in Gaza, complicating her ability to project unified European positions. Additionally, she has developed a tense relationship with European Council President Antonio Costa, adding to the internal friction and diplomatic hurdles that have marked her tenure in the EU foreign policy role. It is important to remember that Kaja Kallas served as Prime Minister of Estonia before taking over her EU position in 2024, giving her significant political experience but also exposing her to heightened scrutiny on the international stage. Reports of a major crack in US-EU unity have emerged as Europe openly opposes President Trump's proposed peace plan for Ukraine, signaling a growing rift in transatlantic policy coordination. The 28-point peace plan for Ukraine put forward by the US president has encountered significant pushback from European leaders, who view key elements as dangerously favorable to Russia. This development comes as US, Ukrainian, and EU officials discussed Trump's peace plan during meetings in Geneva on November 23, marking a critical moment of negotiation and debate over the conflict's future. Earlier in November 2025, the United States reportedly presented its peace framework to both Moscow and Kiev, setting the stage for what could become a highly controversial international agreement. While the details of the US proposal have not been officially disclosed, reports suggest the draft contains terms perceived as pro-Russian, alarming both Ukraine and its European allies. According to leaks, the draft reportedly includes US acceptance of Russian control over Crimea and the Donbass region, concessions that Ukraine and Europe consider non-negotiable. The plan also reportedly expects Ukraine to cap its military capabilities and refrain from pursuing NATO membership, conditions that many analysts say would limit Kiev's sovereignty and defensive options. These proposals have alarmed Ukraine and European officials, who view the plan as a potential capitulation to Russian demands that could undermine regional security and stability. Meanwhile, the European Union has proposed its own set of demands, challenging key elements of the American plan and asserting its vision for a balanced and just peace process. On November 23, EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen emphasized that Kiev's army should not be subject to arbitrary caps, underscoring the EU's commitment to Ukraine's security and defense capabilities. The EU has also demanded a central role in the peace process and strongly opposed any changes to Ukraine's borders by force, signaling a firm stance against unilateral concessions to Moscow.